In this bulletin, 3 more COVID deaths recorded. Test positivity continues upward trend. And vaccination incentives may be considered. Fiji has recorded 485 new cases of COVID-19 and 3 deaths for the 24-hour period that ended at 8 a.m. yesterday. The 3 patients who have died due to COVID-19 were all not vaccinated. Permanent Secretary for Health Dr. James Fong says the first COVID-19 death reported yesterday was a 77-year-old woman from Doloisuva who died at home. Her family reported that she had been feeling unwell for 3 days. The second COVID-19 death was a 75-year-old man from Nambua who died at home. Dr. Fong says the third COVID-19 death was a 38-year-old woman from Nakasi. There have now been 55 deaths due to COVID-19 in Fiji, with 53 of these deaths during the outbreak that started in April this year. Fiji has also recorded 21 COVID-19 positive patients who died from the serious medical conditions that they had before they contracted COVID-19. These are not classified as COVID-19 deaths. Dr. Fong says 1 death of a COVID-19 positive patient remains under investigation. The national 7-day average daily positivity is 17.4% and continues on an upward trend. The Health Ministry confirms the testing numbers for July 8th and 9th from more labs have now been received, and total test numbers for those numbers have been updated. A total of 3,123 samples have been reported for July 7th, while the national 7-day test average is 3,604 tests per day. While speaking during a talkback show on Radio Fiji 1, Health Minister Dr. Ifiremi Wanganembete says they are trying their utmost best with available resources to halt the spread of the virus.
Despite the increased cases and our average daily test positivity, I remain hopeful that we can defeat this virus. The only way we can get out of this situation is to get vaccinated and adhere to the COVID-19 safety protocols.
Fiji is gliding slowly towards achieving its vaccination target and to achieve the herd immunity. Permanent Secretary for Health Dr. James Fong says 353,303 adults in Fiji have received the first dose of the vaccine as of the 10th of this month. He adds a total of 66,635 individuals have received their second doses of the AstraZeneca vaccine. This means that 60.2% of the target population have received at least 1 dose and 11.4% are fully vaccinated nationwide. Dr. Fong says with increasing daily cases, hospitalizations and deaths, Fijians are urged to get vaccinated as soon as possible. He says getting fully vaccinated with 2 doses of the vaccine will decrease the risk of getting infected with the virus. Vaccination incentives is an ideal that the Fijian government will be considering to catalyze Fiji's ability to achieve herd immunity. Minister for Economy Ayar Said Kayum hinted at the plan when being questioned on the said subject. The strategy is an economic intervention that countries have adopted to achieve herd immunity. As of last night, 60.2% of the target population have received at least 1 dose and 11.4% are now fully vaccinated nationwide.
There are a number of strategies that we have in place that will be rolling out very soon.
A total of 129 household packs have been distributed by the Fijian government to people living under home isolation yesterday. These include the Lami, Suva, Nasinu and Nausori areas. To date, around 3,290 packs have been delivered to Fijians in home isolation within these areas. Meanwhile, around 13,158 grocery and essential item bags have been distributed to those in targeted lockdown and home isolation. The Ministry of Economy Data Entry team, together with the Fiji Police Force, are continuing with electronic registration of household information and their needs for the households that are going into home isolation. And to our latest COVID-19 update. .485 new cases of COVID-19 have been reported yesterday. Fiji has recorded 10,442 cases since April of this year, with a total of 10,512 cases since the first case was reported in March 2020. There are now 8,576 active cases in isolation, with 1,859 recoveries in total. The COVID-19 death toll now stands at 55. Mainly fine weather with brief showers over the interior of the larger islands, Vitilevu, Vanolevu, Tawiuni and Kandavu. Fine weather expected elsewhere. That's FBC News Now. Join us for a 1-hour major bulletin at 7 p.m. And be sure to download the FBC app to access the latest in news, sports and live radio broadcasts from any of our 6 FBC radio stations. Stay safe, be kind and good afternoon.